I'm not saying these things to be mean or to be rude or to be like to mean things in a certain way, um, but we have to come together and get along with each other because one day we have to do that when something bad happens to this earth. Now, I'm not trying to scare people or to make people, to make people, get scared thinking the earth is ending or something like that. But when it happens, it don't matter if you were over the seven seas, it don't matter if we're America, we all will come together. One way or another, we will all come together when we need help. It don't matter if it was a disaster. It don't matter if it was something really, really bad that's gonna happen to this earth. We will all have to come together, and everything else. And if you really don't know how this earth was actually made, you can picture how this earth was made. Okay. Now, I'm not no preacher. I'm not no, Dr. Phil or a therapist or anything, but sometimes we all need a correction in our life. We have to make corrections in our life and stuff, so we can't go back on our mistakes. And we wish that we could actually go back and undo what we did, our mistakes and stuff. I wish I could, and stuff. I wish I can hold myself back and stuff. And so there are 7 days and stuff. Now this is going back to the beginning of the the earth, okay? So there wasn't no earth. So God made earth. This is his earth. We are just living on here, passing through, passing by. This ain't no temporary place. You're probably thinking, where is our temporary place? It's in heaven. That's our temporary place. This is not our temporary. We're just passing through this earth. Okay? We have to respect this earth. We have to give back to God for what he did, for his sacrifice. We have to give back to him to show how much that we care about him, to show how much we're thankful for him, that he for him for dying on the cross. We need to show him that we care about him, for him dying on the cross, for giving his only son up, for him doing what he did. We should be thankful and love and support and be cared to him, to be doing things for him, to show how much we're thankful and everything else. Sorry for my grammar and my words. So we have to, and to show God how much we appreciate him and how much that we thank him for everything that he does for us, how much we care about him, how we're thankful for him, that he did what he did. Nobody on this earth could do what he did. And I'm not ashamed to say things. I'm not ashamed to say that. But I feel sorry for God, and I hate it as much as he hates it, and I hurt as much as he hurts. I know God's probably hurting. I know God is upset. I know God probably gets mad and stuff. And I hate it for him. I hate seeing how he probably feels, or I hate seeing what's going on and stuff on his earth. Because this is his earth, it's not ours. And I'm stepping up for God. And I want people to step up for God too. And so I wanted to just say things, and then I'll get on to what the earth is, okay? How this earth was created. It don't matter if you volunteer to clean up the earth. It don't matter if you volunteer to help people that has no houses. Volunteer to go to places like to cancer people, to make them happy, or volunteer to go to the nursing home and sit with the people that are probably lonely. Volunteer to help people that want to be a dancer. Volunteer to help people that sings. Volunteer to be a police officer. Volunteer to be a firefighter. Be a volunteer to clean up the earth. To to volunteer in a band or a group, it don't matter. Volunteer to help people sing, volunteer to create art and stuff, and volunteer for anything this is to show God. Volunteering to do something good for this earth, good for people, is showing God how much we appreciate this earth, how much we appreciate for Him is by volunteering. And me, I want to volunteer with the ATs. I'm not saying that I want to volunteer to be a dancer or to teach them dance, but I want to volunteer for the ATs and stuff. I want to be there to help them and stuff. That's my volunteer, to help others and stuff. That's my volunteer. And I want to volunteer for that. But we all have to get along and everything else. I'm not going against anybody. I'm not going against any color or anything. I'm not going against. I love people. I love this whole universe. But we have to be role models. We have to be role models for the next generations that are coming in this earth. And, we have to be role models and stuff for them and stuff to show them, hey, you can volunteer. When you get older, you can volunteer. And I want to volunteer for that with the ATs. Now, I'm not good as a dancer. I'm not perfect. We're not all perfect. I'm not a perfect dancer and everything else. But dancing is a healthy exercise. People can help people dance. Learn new dance moves. Come together, bond together, and teach people how to dance. Teach people how to sing. No matter if you were in a group, it don't matter what kind of genre. It don't matter what kind of language we speak. It don't matter what kind of color we are. It don't matter where we're from. It don't matter. We have to teach people to dance. We have to teach people things. We can teach people how to read. Teach people how to read. Teach people sign language. Teach people other cultures. Like volunteer to help people read. And stuff like that. That's a good thing to give back to God, is to do volunteers to do that, sorry. But, it don't matter. Like I said, what you do is, as long as you volunteer. Then I'm not saying to do this to hurt people. I'm just doing it because I care about God. And I care about this earth. And I care about God's feelings. And I care about standing up for God. I care about being on the battlefield for God. And I want to be on that battlefield for God. And I want to do what it takes for God. I want to be the fighter. I want God to show me what I need to show people and to help people and stuff. And to make myself as a role model for you guys and stuff. I want to be that role model. To show you, I want to volunteer. And when I volunteer, people will start volunteering. But before I begin to do what I said about how this earth was created, we need to learn to wear a mask. If you love your families, you love your elderlies, you love your kids, you love anybody, you would wear a mask when you're told to wear a mask. If you're going somewhere, you need to wear a mask. Always wear a mask. Stay 6 feet away when you're supposed to, when you're told to do that. I'm not telling you to stop going anywhere or to stop going outside. You can go outside and go somewhere, but wear a mask. If you care about people, you care about your health, you care about other people's health, you care about your elderlies, you care about your families, you care about your kids, your animals, or anybody, wear a mask. Wash your hands, stay clean, and do what you're told. All of this would be over if we do what we're told. If we do what we're told, all of this would be over. And to pray about this, and to keep a good head on our shoulders, to keep a good faith, to have patience. All of this would be over if we do our part and protect ourselves. The government And all these people out here that are working for this cure is trying their best. Because they want this as over as much as we want this over. And I know we will get through this. We gotta fight through this. We all have to come together. We're all in this together. Okay? You see what I'm saying? And I hope that I'm right. And I know that I'm right. Because back then, everything was okay before humans exist. Because now, I'm going to tell you how humans and how this earth is created. There was one day, in the beginning, one day, God, Spirit, moved through the void. Then God spoke, "Let there be light." Okay? That's the first day. That's the beginning. Second day, God separated the land and the waters. Sky above drops waves of the ocean below. God named the sky heaven. That second day. Okay, so there was water, there's grass, there's earth, there's trees, there's fruitful flowers, grass. That's the third day. It was dry land. He named it the dry land, earth. Okay, you see what I'm saying? The fourth day, he made sun, the moon, and the stars to light up the earth, them and the heavens to mark the days, seasons, and years. Okay? That's fourth. The fifth day, he made water filled with living creatures in the sea and the rivers, whales, fishes. Let birds fly through the sky. Okay? See, he made everything. That's God making everything. That's the fifth day. Sixth day, let the earth bring forth living creatures. He made every different types of animals, male and female. Not bird. Now this is where humans get involved. The seventh day, he rests. Adam and Eve. Adam was made from the dirt. Eve was made from Adam's ribs. And that's how humans exist. That's how this earth was formed. Is right there, what I just said. He made light. He made water, sky. He named it sky heavens. Okay? Day 2. Day 3, he exposed dry land, named it earth. He made the sun, the stars, and the moon to light up the earth. That's 4. 5. He made birds to fly in the sky, all kinds of creatures that is in the water, ocean, river, streams. He made every different types of living creatures that lives in the water, even the sky. That's 5th. The 6th day, he made every different types of animals. The 7th day, he rests. But there was Adam and Eve, the 7th day. Now you see how that earth was. You see how humans were made. But there was something else that was interested in. Now, people don't know how this earth, I gotta find it first, spoke another language. Okay. So, you know how, like, there's Koreans, there is Japanese, there is Spanish, there is other languages, except for English. Okay. Now, there was this thing called a babbling tower. Okay. So, this is how the languages got started. Now, I'm not saying that you were born, but this is how there was other languages. Okay. God didn't like the fact that people were building a tower to go to heaven. Okay? So he decided to stop their work by telling people or mixing up their languages. He caused the people to speak in different languages so people can't understand each other. So that's how there's other languages. It's because God actually didn't like the fact that they were building a tower to go to heaven. So he mixed up the languages so we can't speak to other people, like the Koreans, Japanese, or Russians. Now, I'm not saying this in a bad way. We're all humans. They're humans too as well. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Just because we speak in different languages don't mean that we're that different. We are different in some ways, but we're not that different. You see what I'm saying? We're not that different, but we're different in certain ways. Just because we're different colors, just because we speak different languages, that don't mean that we're not perfect. You see, God did all of this. And if you don't believe me, it's right here. And this is the book, by the way. See, there's the beginning. There's this. And there's this. I'm letting you see for yourself if you think I'm lying. And then there's that. See, now I'm not lying. Because I've actually seen in this book how this earth is made, how we're made, and how there's other languages. But we have to give back to God for what He did for us by volunteer. Like I said, I want to volunteer to help people. I want to volunteer for the ATs. Now, if you don't know who the ATs are, they're a Korean group. They're South Korean K-pop group, and I want to volunteer for them and for other people. Because I want this to be the best thing for God, for the generations. Now, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And, you know, I'll admit, my life was a living hell until my eyes were opened up and seeing what kind of person Satan is. And the fact is, I didn't like what Satan was doing to me. I hated everything he did to me. And it destroyed my life. It hurt me. It hurt my heart. It did everything. Until I found love. Until God gave me love. And, you know, I was fighting Satan a long time ago about what happened. I was fighting Satan through this anxiety attacks and everything else. Me going in and out of the hospital because I was sick and weak and I couldn't eat and everything else. And I feel like I was dying. I was getting given up and everything. You see how God works in mysterious ways? You see how Satan works in mysterious ways? Satan is evil. Satan is a betrayer. He's a manipulator. He's evil, mean, disrespectful, heartless, careless. Name it. He is anything that's evil. He don't care if something happens to us. He will take what's from us. Take what God gave us and destroy it. Take things away from us. That's good. That happens in our life. Destroy our life. Then laugh about it. That's how Satan works. You want to know how God works? I'll tell you how God works. God is a loving, kind person. He's the Father of all fathers, King of kings, the Lord of lords. He's a blessing. He's everything you can name and a good thing. He gave me my life back. He took me away from a hard tragedy. He helped me with this anxiety. He helped me to eat again. He helped me trying to become something. He's helping me trying to become a role model to people, and I know that he is, and he knows that I thank him a lot. He knows how much I love him. He knows that I'm trying to fight for him. He knows that I'm not going to go against him. He knows that I'm not going to say things that makes him think I'm going against him and everything else. I'm not trying to do that. God loves us no matter what we do, no matter how we do. God loves all of us. He's the one that made us, like I showed you. You can rewind that back and you'll see. If God didn't love us, he wouldn't make us. If God didn't love us, he wouldn't make this earth. So he must love us that much. And we should appreciate all of this by doing our part, by volunteer, by what I said. And I hope that you comment down below that I'm right in everything. Because I want people to understand that we have to make a correction in our life, no matter who we are. We have to be brave. We have to be strong and true. We have to be strong and be on the battlefield for God, to stand up for God, to come together to help people. Because like I said at the end of this, when this earth ends, we'll feel sorry. We'll be hugging everybody. Because this earth ain't going to stay long enough. And we're all going to come together. 7 seas or not 7 seas. We'll all come together. We'll face the horrible tragedy what's going to happen in this earth. Now, some people might not see it. Some people will. See how this earth is going to end. But they're going to come to a time where we all will come to an end. We'll come together. Because we're going to miss everybody. We'll miss this earth. And we'll be hugging people. We'll be crying. Now, I don't know. I'm just saying we might not. We might just say bye, adios, ciao, however you say it in different language, 4 languages, it doesn't matter. But yeah, we will. And I hope that I'm right. And make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the bell button. Make sure you follow me. Make sure you join the Star Squad. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Star Squad family. And not only that, do the same for the ATs. And if there's anybody that works with the ATs, tell them I want to volunteer to help, because I care about their health too as well, and I care about them because they're my family, and I care about their safety and everything else out my foot, and I care. So if you know anybody that knows ATs or that works with ATs, tell them I want to help and that I want to volunteer, no matter what. I want to volunteer because I can help these guys. You know, I can help these guys with their health or something like that. So if you do, make sure you do that for me, because that would mean a lot to me. Because that's my dream, to help other people, to be a role model, and to help the ATs too as well. Because I feel bad for the ATs too as well. So just please do. And you know what to do. And also comment on Facebook and comment on my YouTube channel that I'm also right. And please support me. Okay? And that would mean a lot for me being a YouTuber and for me doing this. Because I want to be a motivator speaker. I want to be like a motivator speaker, health person. You know, if you want something from me, you can let me know, and I will tell you what I think. You know, what I think. My opinion. If you want my opinion or something, I will be listening. I'll be waiting. If you want my opinion, I will give it. You know? Like, if you have a problem, I would be like, okay, well, I know how to settle this. In any way, any situation. I'll be waiting and listening. And not only that, I also want you to do me another favor, if you can. If you can, I want the ATs to see these videos of where I was talking about this my life and stuff. Sorry, about my life. I want to see their reaction to this. So if you can, I know it might be long, but I'm sorry. When I get talking, I'll never quit. Okay, but let me just finish it here. If you want to, make sure you link this video to the AT's channel, and I want their reaction to see what they think. And everything else, because it would mean a lot to me to see their reaction. I know I might sound awkward when I talk, but but hey, this is just my tablet. And not only that, it's probably just because of the auto thing on here or something. I don't know, but so if you can, make sure you do. It might be long, but I'm going to cut it off here. So make sure you do that. Make sure you link this to the AT's video. I want to see their reaction, and I want to see your comments, and I want to see what you want me to tell you and stuff. If you want me to help you with anything, I will help you. It don't matter what it is, but not be sexual. If it's about anything, just let me know. And link this to the AT's if you know who the AT's are, because I want to see their reaction too. And you know what to do with my subscribe channel, my YouTube channel, and to the AT's channel, and join the Star Squad. Be loving, kind, and be faithful, and be peace, and love God. Always love God. Put God first, and keep him, and keep people in prayers, and keep Songwell in prayers too.